Hello, beautiful people. I have been asked, encouraged so strongly to start doing video recordings where I just sit and chat through the stream of consciousness, through what is the, the full channel that has always been with me, the communication that I've had my whole life since I was a little girl. It's taken me a long time to understand at a conscious level what that is. Those innate gifts isn't the word, but just the innate being that I am, and my ability to communicate beyond all veils in an extraordinary way. And we all have this gift. I am here on the planet for a reason. I've known this since I was a little girl, and I am encouraged to just tell you a bit of a story about when I was a little girl. And I was sitting outside, and I was about 3, maybe close to 4 years old, and I was talking to my friends on the other side, my guides, and the magpie that was there too. And I was stirring water because I understood the concept even at that young age, that all of the memories of who we are all in the water. And I would stir up concoctions. I would go and find little leaves and petals, and not just a flower in itself, but I was communicating and being shown exactly. I had a fairy, a very special fairy, my special fairy, that would show me that I would need a particular leaf or a particular petal from one side or one part of the plant that was needed to then go into the water. And I would stir the water, and my cat Benji at the time would come and help too. And then I would go on a little hunt all around the neighborhood to find these particular leaves that had a particular geometry and vibration. And I knew exactly what I was doing. Not that I would be able to verbalize that at that age, but I can now. And I was gathering a particular set of geometric tools of communication from the nature kingdom around me. And I understood that we had that in us, and it was all through the water, so it had to go into the water and then be poured down the storm water drain that would flow underneath in Sydney, helping to stabilize, heal, whatever word you want to use, the grid, and then go out into the ocean where it would do what it needed to do. And I would do this all the time. And then through the teenage years, I kind of stopped doing it so much. And that was a moment also at that age where I would talk to Jesus all the time. I didn't know he was Jesus until my mum showed me a photo of what Jesus looked like, or talked to me about Jesus, and I'm like, oh yeah, I talk to that guy all the time. You know, he's always in my bedroom, and not only him, but many other beings. And some of them I felt really good with, and then others, because I was so open, the veils were so thin, and I could feel distorted things and beings as well. So, you know, we're in a very heavy realm of light and dark, and it was really scary. But I would always hold my heart close, and I knew deep down inside that I was safe, even even when I was sometimes screaming out loud and feeling very, very frightened at what I was seeing and what was going on. But these little circles I would have in my bedroom, I would line all my teddy bears up and we'd sit in a circle, and I was having a conference. I would have a conference, a meeting with God, I would say. And Mum would come in, I'd be like, no, Mum, you need to leave my bedroom because I'm having a meeting with God right now. It's just the reason I'm asking now my team, why am I blabbing about these little stories? And there is a reason why, and now I'm being shown through the Pleiadians that are here with me today, who really, really wanted to talk about our genetics and our body and our DNA. No matter what age we are at, no matter where we are, we have that ability to communicate, and the way we communicate is through the waters inside us. That is how the information and how the communication of source, of the higher soul, the oversoul, and all of the so-called beings that we really feel that we need to communicate with. But the only way to do that is from within the heart. When we step out of that, so as a little child, when I would step into that fear, that's when the distorted realms and gateways and portals would open, and there were non-benevolent beings there on the other side, just waiting for me to fall into that frequency. So by pouring those waters down the drain, and I was helping, I understood that I was helping the grid to stabilize, I was helping to raise the frequency, just by doing something I love, playing with flowers and water. It's nature is amazing, and I knew that it wasn't me doing it, it was the nature, it was the codes. We are all connected, we are all one. Now I'm going to tell another little story. This is just stories today. Here, this information came through in 2011 for me. It is one of the genetic blueprints. The Pleiadians held this in the galactic realms, but it is originated from realm 4, so we're going way back. I'm not going to always talk in linear time because I'm not very good at doing that, but let's just, if you need to think of it in linear time, just think a long, long time ago, before the earth was created, that this is one of the genetic codes from source, from the soul, that then we use to create the blueprint of a biological body. And this is what the Pleiadians gave me in 2011. And I'm going to tell a really cool story here about how I got confirmation on this and how important this was. This was my true, what you call, extraterrestrial encounter. And just to make sure that it was solidified, there was 12 other women with me, and one of them was pregnant, so it was actually 13 beings, which is a very powerful number because there are 12 realms and 12 spheres within each realm, and we also have the 13th stargate, which is inside us. We were sitting in circle on the Sunshine Coast, and we were doing what the Pleiadians, because they all talk through me, all my communication stream. I can just tap into any gateway, any realm. I have memories from before this universe. Always been with me. Like I said, I've tried to shut it off a few times, but I can't. And when I was 3, I was told that when I'm going to be an old woman, that's when I can start telling all these stories. So it's been a really, really long wait. And I'm not old, but 50 this year, and it's finally time where I can just have a chat and get this information out there. This key is really important because every single human being has this key inside us, and it is an activation of the blue diamond light the 13th stargate that sits in our heart. Now, this has been sitting on my computer for a long time, years and years and years and years. And every time I go, can I talk about this yet? No. Can I talk about this yet? No. Can I talk about this yet? No. So fast forward to many years later, and now I can talk about it, which is really cool. And the only reason that I can talk about it now is because of the grid and the organic future timeline that the Earth is stepping into is stable enough. And you are stable enough now to remember this information. So anything that I ever say in any video that I ever do, or any book I write, or any writings I do, please filter everything through your heart. Do not take anything from the outside in. Just let this message be a mirror. Look into the mirror and then discern everything through your heart gate. Do not give your power away to anything or anyone ever. Just let this be like a remembrance vibration. Let it arise and arrive for you in your heart naturally and organically. So here's my story about the Pleiadians and not just the Pleiadians, there was Arcturians there too, but these beautiful beings have been with me my whole life. Arcturians a lot too, Arcturians and Pleiadians since I was a little girl, and I've always understood, and I can set my frequency, and I know when they are communicating and then when there is truth being spoken. And from when I was 17, I started guiding meditations, and then fast forward to being in my 30s on the Sunshine Coast, Queensland in Australia, and we were sitting in this circle, like I said, with 12 other beautiful, they just happened to be women, not that it mattered if they weren't, but 12 other humans, and that in itself was a geometric and numerological key that helped to create a vortex, and we all had the right vibration inside us. We were guided inside. We were doing what is called a blue diamond light body activation, and the Pleiadians were talking through me very clearly, and and they said, we have a surprise for you. And this is what I was actually saying out my mouth. We have a surprise for you. We would like you all to look up at the sky with your physical eyes. So we all opened our eyes and looked up at the sky with our physical eyes, and it's enough for that human consciousness like blow me down, as my dad and mum often say. It's a bit of Aussie slang. Blow me down. Up in the sky there was this blue diamond light, and our hearts were just igniting, and we're like, our eyes went wide, and we're like, are you seeing this? Is this for real? Like, what the fuck is going on here? Jumping from, here I am jumping from that consciousness stream, but still having it in me, but then jumping into that real conscious mind going, wow, this is amazing. And our nervous systems were kind of fired up. It was so magical. This blue diamond was just a little bit smaller than the moon, like it was that big. They were really close, and then it was moving in and out, and then they said very clearly through me, we want to communicate with you. Ask your questions. We will give you 2 flashes for a yes and 1 flash for a no, or either. It was one or the other of that. And so I said, okay. So we started asking questions, and I still was just streaming, and I was asking questions from my personal self, from what I was picking up from the collective soul group, from what we call maybe the lower soul, the human soul, and then the higher soul was coming through as well. And the questions and the answers were spot on, and we had communication for about 45 minutes, and the diamond was moving in and out. It would drop down, it would go up, and then it just all of a sudden just flashed across the sky and came closer. Like, just the movement was out of this world. There's nothing I've ever seen like that, and I haven't seen it since, but I wasn't meant to see it any other time. It was a very special event to solidify and for them to let me know that the work of what I was about to embark upon, this is where I started writing about all of the codes, the soul codes and the Golden Book of Life, and now Remembrance Temple and the Aquashara soul code essences. It was a very strong, powerful moment and message, so that I could consciously know, and I had actual physical human witnesses that we could talk to about this as well, that I would go, okay, so on that human level, I have to do this. I have to do this. And for the last few weeks, I've been getting those, what I call kicks up the backside or nudges in the back. They're very loving and playful, and there's lots of laughter and joy with them. But getting me at that point where I could just sit here and tell some of these stories for those of you that are interested. And I suppose people will find it, and it's about finding those other spiral breathers on the planet. And I know you're out there in so many ways. You're in many, many countries, different ages, the same vibration of the flame holders, that we are here to do what we are here to do, to activate ourselves for this world, and to be, I'm not going to say whistleblowers, although some of us are whistleblowers, and some of us are guides and teachers, but not in the old world sense, in the sense where we just set our frequency and our vibration from within us, and we say and move and do what we are here to do. And these are exciting times, because there is shit blowing up left, right and centre externally, and never ever has it been so important for us to be here now. Those of us that have been in training, many of us throughout all the realms, not just the galactic realms, but throughout all the realms, and we hold enough consciousness, remembrance, and we're here to remember even more and to do what we came here to do, and not in a hard, slogging way. It's in the most joyful, relaxed, chilled out, happy way. So this key, I needed to talk to you about this. It's been one of the governing keys of the blue light body that is in us. If you want to have more support and hear more of anything, please like this channel, subscribe to this channel, go to rememrancetemple.com.au. It's two Aussie chicks, Rach and I. We have been doing a lot of work out at Uluru and throughout the grid. We have worked together through the realms. She holds a huge amount of Andromedan energy, and we're going to be having many, many more chit chats, because it's finally time for me to get all of this work out there. We have also a Remembers portal where we put on the more deep dive information, and last night I just did an event with Archangel Michael and the Seraphim and the Dragon lineage, where we did dragon activations within ourselves. So we met with our dragon lineage up in the higher realms, and this is one of the keys that helps to stabilize the physical geome. So our biology, our geome is like the genetic vibration, the auric, not just auric field, but the blueprint, and it creates like a plasma light body, a plasma pod, that you walk around in this plasma pod. So check out all that stuff. We'll have that exact event up for an exchange because there's a lot of sensitive information. I cannot put that one just out there and for free or put it on YouTube. It's really, really sensitive information. And that's it for now, I suppose. Have a happy day, everyone, or evening, wherever you are, whatever time it is. Doesn't matter what time it is, what year it is. You are here and now in your magnificent body, beaming your light, beaming your truth, which is the truth of all that is. So let's do this. Cheers. Have a good one. See ya.